Neurofibromatosis, also known as NF, can be genetic or, in my case, sporadic. This condition affects 1 in every 2,500 people. This condition causes tumours to grow along your nerves. However, it affects each individual differently. Today you will see just that, not by our visual appearance, but on how we feel.
My name is Alex Hetherington. I live in London, and I work, because you asked me what my occupation was, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. So I work in a museum in London. I'm the visitor experience manager. So I would say in my youth, I did find it hard. You know, it's only in later life. If you ask me now, have I got a good circle of friends? I would say I do, but it's only as I become more confident in myself and what I can do and the places I've been. When I was younger, you know, I did struggle to really connect with people, and I always felt very different. October of 2020, I did a presentation at work. I spoke about NF and to my colleagues and explained to them what NF was about and how it might impact me in ways in which they don't know, which was a very extroverted thing to do, and I think something that I was very happy to do. What was interesting was, you know, at that time I'd sort of had an operation. That's why I wanted to talk about it and explain to them. And I very much hoped that would be my last operation for a while. And it was only a few weeks later, unbeknownst to me at the time, that I had another scan, and they told me that I needed to have another quite big operation. They want the illness to be a factor. If someone knows me for being outlandish and great and an avid reader or any of those things, and if they think those things are connected to NF, then that for me is perfectly fine. But I think it comes to the consequence. The more you talk about it, the more maybe you sort of cover yourself in it, and people expect you to be a certain thing. To the NF Centre in London, I'm very fortunate to be able to go to the one at Guy's Hospital, and the people there are wonderful. You know, they're very, very kind people, and so you have a really good experience when you go. It's also great when you go to hospital and you see people who understand your situation and making things that are right for you. And all those things would never have been possible without NF. Has NF presented me with challenges that would have been better had they not been there? Absolutely. But having gone through them afterwards, you have to look at every situation and make it a better one. So NF has definitely done that for myself. The minute you use it as a blame game, it's so easy to do. It's so we all do it. If anybody would, but the minute you have it there, it can be so easy just to think, oh well, I failed my driving test because I've got an F, and it's like, no, you know, you failed a driving test because you went for a red light. You know, that's the reason. You didn't go for a red light because of NF. For me, you know, I aspire to be a writer, you know, and I would love to be, you know, a novel, you know, write novels, you know, I write in my spare time. And, you know, if I ever don't get published, it's not going to be because of NF, you know, that's certainly not. It'll be because I procrastinate and because I spend too much time looking at my phone or I'm watching something on TV, you know, but none of those reasons are to do with NF. And, you know, NF may mean that I spell things wrong, but I just need to have someone check it. And it may mean that I misunderstand something, but I just need to ask someone and say, is this clear? And that might take twice as long. But if it means that you get what you want, then it's worth it. And that, again, can be a good lesson for NF as well.
They're weird at times. I don't understand why you're still with me, reminding me that I'm never truly alone. Primary till now, you've never left. I was looked at differently at school. I know it sounds cliche. I wasn't exactly bullied. Nobody harmed me physically. It was what they didn't do. It's really the little things. You've made me an outcast. I could say I'm fortunate, you know. as you touch people differently. Those appointments I had to go to were cool. I can't lie. My time at Evelina's was the best though. I felt like an Edward Hopper's painting. This isn't a sub story. I don't expect pity. God knows we all have problems. I just want to speak my piece. We can agree to disagree. Forgive me, I've gone off on one. Blaming you is silly as you reside in me. I don't know what the future has in store for us, but we face it head on. Till next time, chat soon.